Hi everyone, no big trumpet fanfares, no big silk sheet falling off the car. Here it is. It's my Mini Electric. Of course it's the Mini Electric. I told you on the video when I reviewed the car that I was going to buy one. I fell in love with the car when I test drove it, and there was just no going back from that test drive. It was such an enjoyable, fun car to drive. As it is right now, it's just a really, really pleasant place to be. I'll explain in a moment exactly why I've bought the car, because that must be a big question for a lot of people. You know, what on earth have I done? Why have I bought the car from a Kona Electric 300-mile range to less than half that range? Well, again, we'll explain in a moment. But anyway, here it is. What is it? It's a Mini Cooper SE. That's the Cooper S with the E for electric, and it is the new Mini Electric car. It has a usable 28.9 kilowatt hour battery. That's a 33 kilowatt hour battery pack in total. This one's in white silver. It has Corona wheels. Yeah, not very apt, is it, timely for coronavirus, but there you go. They're the alloy wheels that are aero, that look a little bit like a UK 3-pin plug. I went for those basically because I thought it would be harder to upgrade from a different set to those Corona wheels after if I changed my mind, but it would be easier to upgrade to another set of wheels if I changed my mind and didn't like these Corona wheels. So that was the reason why I chose the wheel options. Option wise, there's not a lot with the car. You can't really specify a lot of options. It's level 1, 2 and 3, and then you can choose colors and the yellow, energetic yellow wing mirrors or grille front, so you can change that as well. But other than that, there aren't a lot of options to specify. They're pre-configured in level 1, 2 and 3. Level 1 is the basic level. It's £24,900 after the UK grant. Level 1 is, well, it's a Cooper S, so it's still well specified. You know, it's still got sat-nav, etc. But the things that you don't get, that you get in level 2, are heated seats. So that's worth a few £100s. The centre armrest here, that's worth a few £100s. I think just to buy the item is £350, let alone fitting it. So that's quite good value. You get different material seats. So you have this woven material, it's not smooth and shiny, it's quite a coarse, nice, sofa-y fabric feel. I really, really like that. And it's dual, so it's got leather at the sides, or leatherette, whichever it is. So it's a really, really attractive sports seats. All the seats in the Mini Cooper are sporty seats from the level 1, 2 and 3. Level 3, interior-wise, material goes up to full leather. But what else do you get in this level 2 that I didn't get in the level 1? So we've said heated seats, we've said the material, we've said this. And you can see I'm running out already. There's not a lot difference between them. The rear parcel shelf area, so the floor of the boot, that has a raised up lip option, so basically a sheet of plyboard that goes over the top that's carpeted. You don't get that in the level 1. So for having a flat load bay, the level 2 has that already provided. Again, you know, it's only £50, £100 worth of extra money adding on top, not a lot extra. So what else do you really get in this? Extra sensors. So you get the reverse parking sensors and a camera on here. Again, that's worth a few more £100. So you're starting to add up that those hundreds are adding up, and the seat interior upgrade, and also you get to choose some different colours. It's a bit odd with the Mini, isn't it? You're paying for an upgrade to have a choice. You don't have to make that choice, such as I've bought this white silver car, which is available in level 1, but I've also paid for an upgrade to have the ability to choose a colour such as the British Racing Green that's not available in the level 1. I think also in level 2 you can choose the black, and I really, really did hum and ha between the metallic black and this colour, and I really wanted the black for the summer days when I've cleaned it and shiny, and it's a deep shine and it contrasts against the chrome. I really, really like that, and I actually really like the Corona wheels with the yellow accent against the metallic black paint. That was really nice. But photogenic wise and visibility wise and having that contrast between the light and the dark roof, I went for the white silver because of those benefits. I don't really like grey silver cars, which makes it very odd that this is a grey silver car on days like today. It's only in bright sunshine and at certain angles where the pearlescent paint changes it white. But anyway, I chose this level 2 specification because I thought the £2,000 extra for those extras was worth it, because there were enough component pieces in there that I actually wanted. I wanted these seats rather than the level 1. I wanted the flat loading bay area for Cracker to sit in the boot. I wanted the rear camera and sensors, and I wanted the heated seats. I also wanted a heated steering wheel, but I didn't get one because Mini don't offer it at all on any of their Cooper SEs. That really is a missed item. That should have been included. So that's probably the only disappointment I had from the test drives and the ownership to start with. Is now it's autumn and winter, you really wish you'd had a heated steering wheel. That would be better. Why didn't I go for the level 3? Well, the level 3 upgrades you to full leather, and we've already got full leather in our Mini Cooper 2017 model. So I know exactly what those seats are like, and they're very nice, they're very comfortable, but I don't think they're worth the 4,000 extra from level 2 to level 3. Also, what you get is a wider sat-nav screen, so you get the Media XL screen. So these little blank plates here come out, and you've got a bigger, wider screen to the edge. Well, I don't think it's big enough to warrant the extra money. So if it was much bigger, then yes, but it's a little bit bigger, so I know bigger's better, but for the expense, I think the Media XL option was like £1,000 or £1,500. It's a big priced option to upgrade to it, because it also comes with improved audio systems. You get a Harman Kardon system, is it, or something? But I would say I'm not really into my music. I don't need it that better, but I think the music in this one is perfectly adequate. I really like it. So again, it's money being spent that I didn't want to spend. So that's why I didn't choose that option. It also comes with full matrix LED headlights, which are supposedly fantastic. So that would have been worth having. But again, £4,000 to gain that. It's too much. So I didn't stretch to the 4,000 extra. I thought it was economical to stick with this one with the options that I wanted. So I paid the mid-spec price of £26,900. It would have been £30,900 for the level 3. So there it is. That's what I've bought, and that's the specification. And range-wise, well, summertime, I could squeeze it to 150 perhaps. I'm commonly going to get 140 mile range, easily going to get 120 mile range, and in the winter, well, let's just say it's 1 mile per percent. So in the winter, I'm probably going to get 100 miles, or maybe less on the worst days with the heaters on, if I haven't preconditioned, all those sort of things. So yeah, range is the problem, isn't it? And it's just like today, I've come out for my first, shall we say, televised trip, my first trip out with the cameras on, and I set off with 51 miles of range on the car and 54% of the battery. Now in the Kona at 54%, I'd probably have 150, 170 miles of range. So you just wouldn't think twice about going out. But now, with a lower state of charge on the car, you've really got to think, you know, where am I going? Have I got enough range? And seeing such a low number, I wouldn't say it gives me anxiety, but you pause for thought a lot more than you would otherwise. So it's exactly as I was saying when I was thinking about choosing the car. If you've got a smaller battery EV like this, you've really got to be plugging it in, charging it more often. So one of the big things that I gained with the Kona Electric was the contingency, the size of the battery, and how much spare energy I had in it for all the trips I wanted to do, whether it is at 80% state of charge, 50% state of charge, or even 30% state of charge. I could go anywhere I wanted really on my trips. So that contingency was worth having. It was great. But you also realise that you're driving around charging between 80 and 50 and 80 and 60%, and therefore only using 100 miles of range of the car all the time. So if I'm only using 100 miles of range, then I only need 100 miles of range. So most of my journeys do fit in that small bracket. So that's one of the big reasons why I chose this car, and I was happy to have a smaller battery, because basically I'm almost testing myself. I mean, it's part of the problem of doing these YouTube videos and reviewing everything and analysing everything. I'm starting to think, why do I need a bigger battery? Well, let's see if I can cope. Let's see if I can work like other people do in smaller EVs. So I'm sort of testing myself, so it's either going to be a complete failed test and I will miss having that bigger battery. I will miss being able to store all my wonderful solar energy into the battery and using it a week later in the car. Where this one, I can store the solar energy in the car, but I won't be able to use it a week later because it'll have run out and I wouldn't have been enough sun to recharge it. So there'll be a lot more instances where I've got to plug the car in and charge it because I want to use it. So a lot more grid usage. So for me, with loving my data and loving not using grid energy and not paying for my fuel, that's the biggest negative with the car, that I'm going to have to charge it more often and pay for the fuel. I know, that's terrible, isn't it? How am I going to cope? Anyway, we're down to 48% on the GOM. I'll be doing lots of review videos, talking you through the car, explaining everything, but just to give you this initial thought on how it feels having moved from the Kona to this car, it just seems to solve all of the problems. I used to have a really annoying rattle on the Kona up here on the B-pillar where the seatbelt area is, and that's gone. The car is perfectly quiet. It's so solid, there's no rattles. The Mini is just brilliant for that. Water used to seep into the door on the driver's and passenger side through the window because the window seal wasn't very good and you couldn't wind down the windows and clear your window. Well, the Mini window seals are excellent. So you start to see all these little things that used to annoy me with the Kona. The Mini's just a better quality car and solves these little niggly problems, but that makes for a really nice experience that you're not annoyed by these little things. The tyres, I was thinking of changing the Kona tyres when they got worn out from the horrible Nixons to a set of Goodyear Eagles. I was looking at either the Goodyear efficiency grip, or I was looking at the asymmetric 2 or 3 tyre. That was what I was looking at. Can you believe what tyres this car comes with? I thought it was Hankook, but no, it's Goodyear Eagle asymmetric 3s. So again, complete coincidence, but I've got what I was looking for. I've got what I was actually thinking was a really good, efficient, quiet tyre. So very, very happy with that. And of course, I get all this wonderful performance and feeling. It's very interesting test driving the Corsa Electric compared to this. So a day apart I was driving the two, and they really are polar opposites. I'm not really saying that one is better than the other. They just do things completely differently and they're better at those things. The Mini just feels so good in your hands and it feels so good to drive. The Corsa doesn't really feel anything. It's quite numb and boring and it just exists. The experience is considerably less. So today I didn't really fancy going out for a drive. That it's cold outside, it's been raining, the roads are wet, the car's going to get dirty. But I was also itching to just go out for a drive, itching to get this first video out to show you, because it's a little bit difficult of me, isn't it? You know, I've been telling you it's coming, telling you it's nearly here, and then to sit on the car for weeks and not video it and share it just seems wrong. So I needed to get out and get this video done. And I also wanted to go out and plug it in on a charger as well, just to make sure that everything's working. It's worked on the Zappi at home, but got to get the first public charge in. So I want to do that locally before I have to go any further. So it's just easing into the car and double checking everything and ticking the boxes. Yep, done that. Yep, done this. So that's all this drive's about, just a little fun drive into the city, plug the car in and then pop home. But of course, share the car with you. Am I happy? Yes, I am happy. And one of the financial reasons for changing, and let me share that with you as well, I realised it was a good time to sell the Kona so I wouldn't lose very much in depreciation. If I was offered the trade-in values and that was all I could get, then I wouldn't have changed the car, because there was a £4,500 difference between the worst trade-in value that I was provided versus the price that I actually got. So if I'd have got those lower values, I would not have changed. But because I got the higher value, then it was worth changing, because I was able to buy this for cash, brand new, level 2 Mini Cooper SE, after selling a 2-year-old Kona Electric. And I had a couple of thousand left over as well. And that was part of the reason that I chose to go for the level 2. That I could, oh, there we go, nice reversing camera. I could have a couple of £1,000 left over, because if you follow my channel, you'll know I like my solar panels and also my battery storage. So the couple of £1,000 can go towards adding some battery storage and perhaps more kilowatt hours than I would have. So the other reason for going for this car and the value, saving the couple of £1,000, is that I could use those couple of £1,000 for solar panels or home storage battery. So if I buy myself a home storage battery, the couple of thousand I've got left over can be spent on extra kilowatt hours for the house. So for me to get a brand new electric car, a really fun electric car, and have some home storage at home as well, that package of the brand new car, the fun car, and the home energy, the extra money left over, to me that felt like a better thing that I wanted, rather than holding on to a used 2-year-old Kona Electric, which it's just a fantastic car. I'm not going to diss the Kona Electric, and I'm not going to harp on about, oh, will it catch fire and all those sort of things, so don't worry. It's just that it's so good, it's almost boring. You really have to remind yourself how good it is, because coming from that car, other electric cars just aren't as good. They're not as good efficiency-wise, they're not as good comfort-wise, they're not as good size and space-wise and value for money, and the size of the battery and the warranty, and there's just all sorts of things where the package of that Kona Electric and everything that it has, the tech-wise and how it works, and the paddles and the regen. I mean, the amount of times I've been driving the petrol Mini or other ones on test drives and grabbing for the paddles here on the steering wheel that are no longer here, it is ridiculous. The Kona is a brilliant car, but for me, I was just ready to move on, and I was ready for a new challenge and something fun to cheer me up. And final thing that I'll leave you with as well, with all these lockdowns, and yeah, the UK's back in lockdown in the middle of this week that's coming. It's a new world that we're in, and my mileage had reduced. All of the plans that I had to go to Derbyshire, to go to Scotland, to go to Wales, to do drives around the country, that I could have really pushed the range of the Kona Electric, I'm not going to be doing those things. I could still do them in times and places, but I just don't feel like it. With COVID around and with the restrictions that come and go, it just feels like I just want to get the next year or 2 years, however long it takes, out of the way. Just hunker down, keep safe, keep out of the way, keep away from stupid people that all they want to do is moan about, why have the government done this, why have they done that, and then just moaning about things. Oh, we should be doing this, we should be doing that. For goodness sake, everyone ought to be doing their best to keep safe. And it's as simple as that, isn't it? So if I'm reducing my mileage down, then I don't need a bigger car, I don't need a big mileage car. So this suits right now. So I don't know how long I'll keep this car. It might be 1 year, it might be 2, it might be 6. I have no idea. We'll see how we get on with it and get on with that lower range. But I was just ready for a change. So there you go, there's my Mini Electric Cooper SE in white silver, level 2. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for watching the journey. I hope you continue, even your Kona owners and those that have loved those videos, I hope you continue to watch, because it's not just all about one car or the other, it's about the comparison and the option and the differences between them, because one car, one set of features, one set of stats doesn't suit everyone. Efficiency is the world to me. I love it, and that's one of the reasons I love this Mini, because it's really efficient. But some people don't care about the efficiency. Some people don't have solar panels, they just plug it in and they know it's cheaper than petrol and they don't care using the grid energy. Different people want different things, and that's what's great about electric cars now, that there's a lot more to choose from. Thanks for watching again, and see you all again soon for the next video. Yeah, with lockdown there won't be as many road trips, but there'll be more videos to come for certain. Take care, see you again soon. Bye for now.